So here is part 4 of my pilot rewatch series, and this week I watched the pilot for House, which has no episode title, just pilot. This was written by David Shore and directed by Bryan Singer, and this was really a trip down memory lane. I can't even believe it's the same show as it is now. I mean, I quit watching it at the end of last season, I just gave up, but still, I really can't believe it's the same show. It really feels like different people took over, yet they didn't. I don't understand, but never mind that. Let's focus on the pilot. So it starts out as a typical House episode, or at least how they used to start out, with a regular person going about a regular activity until she or he suddenly starts getting sick. In this case, it is a teacher named Rebecca Adler. And I think it's cool that her last name is Adler, in keeping with the Sherlock Holmes connection. And she's played by Robin Tunney. So she's in class talking to her students when she suddenly starts speaking gibberish and then collapses. Cue credits, which are different in the pilot. I love that the episode opens with House and Wilson walking down a hall talking, and I also love that it ends with a scene of House and Wilson just talking. No overdramatic stuff, just two guys talking. I did like that House basically took the case for Wilson, and I like that Wilson lied to get him to take it. That really sets up his character, I think, how he'll lie to House for his own good, and he won't feel sorry for it, ever. Let's talk about the lighting. There's a weird orange lighting going on in the pilot, and I don't know why. I don't think it was a creative choice. I think I read somewhere that it was an accident, that they did something weird with the camera and didn't realize it would look like that, but either way, it's just ridiculous looking. And the funny thing is, the clinic patient, his problem is that he's orange, which I guess is supposed to be funny, except everyone looks orange with the lighting, so the guy barely looks different from the rest of them. That always amused me. We have Cuddy, back when Cuddy was awesome. They really did have some terrific banter together, and this was back in the day when I actually could have seen them together. It's really a shame what has happened to her character. But again, not getting into that, she was really, really great in this episode. She had some great lines, and she got House to do his job without resorting to, I don't know, giving up her panties. We had the start of the theme, You Can't Always Get What You Want, which I love the way that was used in the season 4 finale. And the clinic, remember when he used to go to the clinic? He's barely ever in the clinic anymore. The clinic was so much fun. We have our ducklings, Chase, Cameron, and Foreman. It's presumably Foreman's first or second day, and he's already annoying. See, it's so funny that he thinks House turned him into a jerk when he's pretty much been a jerk the whole time. But he has none of House's charm to get away with it. Cameron already annoys me. I've really softened on her, although it might be just because I feel so bad for Jennifer Morrison and everything that she's been through, all the crap that they put her through on this show. I think that sort of colored my opinion of Cameron, but looking back, no, I can really see that I didn't like her and why I didn't like her. First, giving the patient false hope. For someone who's all, into ethics and morals and being truthful to the patient, she is sure fine with, saying, oh, it'll probably be fine. I don't think false hope is a good thing. That just makes the disappointment even more crushing. But, sorry, Cameron bugged me for years. Oh, Rebecca, the patient, had a couple of really good scenes. First of all, I liked her scene with Wilson when they discuss whether or not House actually cares about him, which I think we've seen proven time and time again. Of course he cares about him. Cares about him very, very much. And the scene with House was brilliant. One of the things that I was getting sick of was the scenes between House and the patient because they were so repetitive. But this first one was really, really moving with their discussion about how you can't die with dignity. It was a beautiful scene. See, this show used to be great just to watch Hugh Laurie act and blow your mind with how good he was. Now it's not even worth it for that. We also get to see the start of Chase being exceptionally clever, sort of House-like in that respect, by coming up with the idea of x-raying her to see the tapeworm to prove to her that, or to convince her to get treatment. And I like that. Chase has always been my favorite of the Ducklings, so of course he's the one that gets used the least. Well, at least he was before Jennifer Morrison got screwed over. The scene at the end with Cameron and House discussing why House hired Cameron, I kind of think his reasoning is ridiculous, that she defied the laws of nature by being pretty and a doctor. First of all, every doctor on that show is pretty, so didn't they all defy the laws of nature then? That, and I've met attractive doctors. Like, they're not ugly people. It's not like, oh, I'm ugly, I guess I'll be a doctor. Or I'm pretty, I can't be a doctor. No, I've met very attractive doctors, so I just didn't like his reasoning there. It was stupid. This pilot really is amazing. Something I didn't appreciate until probably just this rewatching it. I really didn't appreciate much of the first season at all until the steady decline that's happened over the last few years. But this used to be such great television, and I think this pilot is really unique, and it's a shame that the show couldn't stay like it was, because I think it had a lot more interesting things to say than, how hot Cuddy is. But that's just me. So I really enjoyed watching this one. It's made me appreciate it a lot more. And yeah, that is all I have to say about the House MD pilot.